From the skies above to the oceans below, our planet is beginning to reveal secrets that nobody can explain.
Look at the rain. No rain.
So hang on and watch the most unbelievable things ever recorded on camera. August is known for its breathtaking skies in Iraq, but recently the view was more than just beautiful. It was mysterious. The clouds glowed with a yellowish tint, almost like autumn leaves drifting across the sky. But it wasn't just their color that caught attention. Their formation was unlike anything normal, as if each cloud was stitched together, creating odd shapes and patterns. For those watching closely, it felt less like ordinary weather, and more like nature showing off one of its secret surprises. Mystic Beach. It looked like an ordinary night walk on a Maldivian beach until the sand itself began to glow. With every step, a trail of blue light shimmered across the shore, as if magic had suddenly come alive. The scene felt surreal, almost too beautiful to believe. But behind the mystery, the reality wasn't sorcery at all. It was bioluminescent plankton, millions of tiny organisms turning the ocean into nature's very own glowing masterpiece. Mysterious sky. It felt like a scene pulled straight from a sci-fi movie, but it actually happened in Dubai, where locals were left stunned when the night sky suddenly turned fiery red. Moments later, hundreds of strange objects appeared to fall from above, creating a surreal sight, almost as if beings from outer space were arriving. Then, just as quickly, everything cleared up, and the sky returned to normal. But the strange display left behind one thing that never faded: mystery. Bright meteor. A sudden streak of fire lit up the night sky in Piauí, Brazil, leaving observers in awe. The object appeared as a glowing meteor, moving rapidly and casting a bright trail across the darkness. Meteors like this are small fragments of space debris entering Earth's atmosphere at high speed, burning from friction. Its intense brightness made it impossible to miss, prompting viewers to capture the spectacular moment as the fiery fireball briefly illuminated the sky. Mysterious glow. Late one night in Florida, locals were caught off guard when the sky lit up with a strange glowing light. The source wasn't lightning or fireworks. It was a mysterious object hovering above. For a moment, it almost looked like something from outer space was about to make an entrance. The glow grew brighter, filling the night with an eerie atmosphere, until slowly it began to fade. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, the object vanished, leaving behind nothing but questions and mystery. Living light. Far below the waves, the deep sea hides something truly magical. Out of the darkness drifts a glowing shape, shining in reds, blues, and golden sparks, almost like fireworks floating underwater. For a moment, it feels less like a sea creature and more like a scene from another world. But the mystery belongs to a colorful jellyfish, one of nature's brightest and most breathtaking surprises. Africa splitting. Let's talk about one of Earth's biggest mysteries unfolding in Africa. In Kenya's Rift Valley, a massive crack suddenly appeared, tearing through roads and shocking locals. Scientists revealed it's not just random damage. This is part of the East African Rift System, where the continent is literally splitting apart. Two giant plates, the Somali and Nubian, are slowly drifting away, causing fissures and volcanic activity. It's a process that takes millions of years, but one day it could form a new ocean, dividing Africa forever. Unidentified falling object.
I'm Boston 25 News reporter Alyssa Azara in Pembroke, where a woman says she was enjoying the pool Wednesday night when she saw a strangely shaped and unfamiliar object falling from the sky just over there.
In Pembroke, Massachusetts, Colleen McCormick spotted something unusual in the sky. A small, glowing object appeared to be falling rapidly, almost like it was on fire. She grabbed her camera and recorded it for 8 seconds.
Then I look up here to the sky, I see something falling down, so I pulled out my phone and I zoomed in and it was right about there.
But before she knew it, the object vanished mysteriously. No debris was found, and authorities had no explanation. Whatever it was, the strange glowing object left a sense of awe and wonder, making anyone who sees the footage pause and question what really happened.
I see something falling down from the sky. It had blinking lights and looked like it was on fire or something, and it was just coming down really fast. I had no idea what it could have been.
Rain surprise.
It's raining here. Do you hear that? Do you feel that? It's raining here.
A strange phenomenon was witnessed in Indonesia, where rain surprised people in the most unusual way. Instead of covering the whole area, it fell only on one spot, while the rest of the surroundings stayed completely dry under a clear sky. Seeing rain confined to just a single portion left many amazed, because this isn't something you see happening everywhere in the world.
Look at the rain. No rain.
Sky strike. They say the ocean hides many mysteries, but sometimes it's the sky that delivers the real shock. A man sat by the bay on a stormy day, simply testing his new camera, when a sudden flash lit up the horizon. For a split second, the scene was so intense, he thought something otherworldly had arrived from above. What he actually caught on camera was a meteor slamming into the bay dangerously close. What if it had landed just a little closer? Dinosaur return.
Surely Dolores. What do you think, Dolores?
Are scientists really bringing dinosaurs back from extinction? A strange clip shows a man carrying what looks like a baby dinosaur. Its exact type unknown, but it appears totally harmless. In the movies like Jurassic World, dinosaurs are created with CGI, but this time people are talking about something real. Many believe secret experiments may have brought this extinct being back. Whether fact or fiction, the idea of dinosaurs walking the earth again may not be so far away. Mysterious rings. A group of friends stepped into the woods, expecting a quiet adventure, but quickly noticed something odd. There were dark rings on the ground, arranged like secret symbols. It looked as if a ritual had been performed there before their arrival. No one was around, and the place felt unusual. The friends stayed only for a short while, then left quickly. The rings stayed behind, strange and unexplained, as if the forest itself had hidden secrets waiting to be uncovered. Antarctic pyramids. A mysterious clip surfaced from an unknown source, shocking everyone who saw it. It revealed a hidden side of Antarctica, long kept secret, where multiple icy pyramids rise from the frozen landscape. Their shapes are unlike any other pyramids known on Earth. Discovered almost 2 decades ago, the discovery was never officially shared with the public. Even today, no one knows the exact location of these pyramids. Coconut mystery. This guy made a bizarre claim that a coconut on a tree had a fish inside it. Of course, his friend didn't believe a word, but when he plucked the coconut and cracked it open, the shock was real. Inside was a live fish, moving around as if it belonged there. Now here's the strange part. A fish can't just swim into a coconut, and it definitely can't be born inside one either. How the man was so sure before opening it only adds to the mystery, one no one seems able to solve. Igniting enigma. We all know countless plant species have been discovered, but this one is truly strange. Whenever a matchstick is brought close to it, the stick suddenly catches fire without touching anything. Even more shocking, if the plant is placed inside a glass of water and a matchstick is brought near, it still lights up. Scientists have no explanation for this bizarre reaction. No logic, no science, just pure mystery. What do you think could be behind it? Strange trunk. Driving through an Oregon forest, a woman named Stephanie, along with her husband, saw a huge tree trunk standing in the middle of the asphalt. It looked almost unnatural, and around it, debris was scattered, as if something had fought to push it there. They checked everything around, but found no clue. Whatever left the trunk here wasn't random. Something had been watching or waiting for people to stumble across it. Who it was could never be known. Bigfoot. Let's head to Utah, where an old woman claimed she had seen a creature like Bigfoot. At first, no one gave much attention to her story, but only a few days later, her words turned real when a local actually spotted the same creature in the woods and recorded it. After that, the town had no more doubts the mystery was solved for them. Bigfoot was truly roaming their forests, and they couldn't do anything about it. Dark cloud. Out of nowhere, an eerie cloud appeared over Peru, stirring multiple theories. It wasn't just different, it was unusually dark in a clear sky, almost as if it were floating with a hidden presence inside, secretly observing everything below. The cloud didn't stay. After a short while, it vanished completely, as if it had never existed. Witnesses were left baffled, questioning whether it was a natural phenomenon or something far more mysterious watching from above. Crows invasion. If you've ever seen the movie The Birds, this felt like its real-life version. A few years ago in Houston, Texas, hundreds of crows suddenly gathered outside a Walmart one evening. The sight was unsettling, dark wings filling the sky and rooftops all at once. It didn't look normal at all. To many, it felt like a warning, as if something darker or bad was about to happen. The scene left people uneasy, like nature itself was sending a message. Rare plant. In this clip, boys place their hands on a plant, and within seconds, its leaves fold down as if magic drained them. It almost looks like the boy's touch holds some hidden power, making the plant lifeless in an instant. But the truth is less spooky and more fascinating. This plant is called Mimosa pudica, often nicknamed the shy plant. Its leaves quickly close when touched and later reopen, giving it a playful, almost alive personality that surprises everyone. Cursed place. In the deep woods of Mexico, a group of friends stumbled upon a strange and unsettling sight. Hidden away was a locked gate with wires, and beyond it stood several dark statues. These statues looked demonic, their twisted shapes both scary and unusual. At first, the group left the area, but curiosity drew them back at night. This time, everything felt different. One of the statues wasn't still, it was moving. Even worse, it lunged at them, as if alive and filled with rage. Terrified, the friends ran and barely escaped the woods. One thing is sure, they would never return to that cursed place again. Unidentified glow. Recently, strange blue lights appeared in the sea, catching everyone's attention. The most striking thing is that their source was completely unknown. Neither marine life nor any human activity could explain them. The eerie glow hinted at unusual happenings beneath the surface, suggesting mysterious forces at work, and perhaps even a connection to otherworldly beings lurking in the depths. Robot attack. During a festival in Tianjin, China, a humanoid AI robot suddenly lunged into the crowd, sending people scrambling in panic. Part of a public performance, it moved with unexpected force, making the scene look almost intentional. Security rushed in and restrained it before anyone was hurt. Officials later blamed a software glitch, but the moment was chilling. For a few tense seconds, technology seemed almost alive, testing boundaries between humans and machines. Cave discovery. Deep inside a massive cave over 500 feet down, experts stumbled upon a hidden wonder. In the dark chambers, they discovered countless spherical formations scattered across shallow pools. These were cave pearls, formed over thousands of years from layers of minerals, mostly calcite, creating perfect round shapes. Some were as large as tennis balls. The explorers carefully examined the formations, marveling at nature's patience. For a moment, the cave seemed like a hidden treasure chest, holding secrets untouched for centuries.
Look guys, real cave pearls. And then formation material, calcite, slowly builds on it as they just spin.
Empty luxury.
Was the service amazing because everybody was so focused on just you two?
If you feel like you just have everyone at your beckoning call for anything. We had, 6-ish restaurants to ourselves.
So overall, how was your baby moon?
The best trip ever.
When a couple booked a 5-star resort in Mexico for their dreamy baby moon, they didn't realize what was going to happen. They quickly realized they had the entire place to themselves. Everywhere they went at the Grand Velas Resort, it was just them, like royalty in an empty palace. Turns out the resort had just opened, but the staff acted like it was fully booked. For one luxurious, slightly awkward vacation, they got VIP treatment, private pools, and all the room service they could ever want. Unidentified creatures. A strange clip shared online has left viewers puzzled. It shows two unusual creatures never seen before, with faces shaped like humans, but bodies resembling giant rats. The odd mix of features makes them hard to explain. Some online users believe this could be the result of a scientific experiment gone wrong, while others think it might be evidence of a completely new species. Whatever the case, the clip continues to cause mystery and debate. Dark stream. Deep in the woods, a group of Chinese tourists stumbled upon a strange stream. At first, it looked normal, but one section caught their attention, and it was filled with dark black water. Shocked, they decided to test it by throwing in a stick. To their surprise, it sank unnaturally deep, as if there was no end at all. Realizing something darker was hidden there, they chose to leave. The strange stream remained a mystery. Cruise nightmare. In 2013, the Carnival Triumph cruise ship faced a major disaster. A blaze in the engine room left over 4,000 passengers adrift with no power, toilets, or refrigeration. Chaos erupted as the crew struggled to manage the situation, and passengers endured several days of extreme discomfort. What was meant to be a fun cruise turned into a floating nightmare. The ship was eventually towed to safety, leaving passengers with an unforgettable story of survival at sea. Angelic cloud. Angels show their presence in many ways, and this time, locals in Texas witnessed it in the clouds. Among ordinary clouds, one stood out. It wasn't normal or a coincidence. Its shape clearly resembled an angel with huge wings, as if it had descended to bless those below. People watched in awe, struck by the perfect formation, feeling a sense of calm and wonder, convinced that something divine had briefly appeared in the sky above them. Burning solars. Now let's head to China, where something truly strange is happening. Streetlights powered by solar panels are suddenly catching flames. If it were just one place, it might be ignored, but it's happening along highways and roadsides again and again. You might think it's a simple manufacturing issue, but sources suggest otherwise. The sun's rays hitting those panels are unusually strong and focused in selective areas, turning the scene into a puzzle no one has solved. Floating pillar. In an ancient temple in India, a strange mystery still amazes visitors. One of the stone pillars stands a few inches above the ground floor, hanging in the air without any support. People even test it by sliding cloth beneath, proving it never touches the floor. Was it advanced engineering, divine design, or something lost to history? The floating pillar remains a puzzle to this day. Unidentified discovery.
Caraca, meu. Que coisa, cara. Ela esquenta, cara.
Treasure hunters searching the woods didn't find gold or jewels, but what they uncovered was no less strange. Buried in the mud, they pulled out a glowing stone unlike anything ordinary. The mystery deepened when they touched it. It would suddenly turn blazing hot, then shift to freezing cold like ice. Such a strange reaction felt too unusual to be from Earth, making it a small piece of mystery that seemed to arrive from beyond our world.
Não é possível, cara. Ela ficou bem vermelha, cara.
Walking ghost bag. Have a look at this plastic bag. At first, it seems like it's just flying because of the wind, but surprise, there's no wind blowing at all. The bag is moving completely on its own, and not just moving, it actually looks like it's walking, as if controlled by some ghostly force. Watching an ordinary bag behave like this felt strange and unsettling, leaving everyone wondering how something so simple could turn so mysterious. Creepy doll.
Serius? Enggak.
You might have seen many types of dolls, but this one feels straight out of a nightmare. A man revealed a wooden doll with a face so eerie it looked like a creature from a science fiction movie. Then came the real shock. The doll began walking on its own wooden legs. There was no sign of trickery. Onlookers stood frozen, watching in disbelief. Many felt it wasn't just a doll at all, but that something darker was at play.
Dia bisa jalan sendiri. Kayu apa?
Unreal Trump. A video shows what looks like Donald Trump, but it is not him. It's a robot built to mimic his face, voice, and manner. The movements, the tone, even the gestures seem real enough to fool people at first glance. Watching it makes you doubt who is real and who is a machine, especially if such figures appear in public. If this tech spreads, telling an imitation from the real person could get very hard. The clip leaves a cold, strange feeling. Powers and faces may not be what they seem. Red sun.
The sunset is over there.
In Florida, people witnessed a sky that felt straight out of another world. The setting sun glowed an eerie, fiery red, so bright it looked more like Mars than the sun we know. Cutting through it was a strange white line, and to make things even more surreal, the moon was clearly visible in the same sky. With no wildfires or smoke to explain it, the scene felt like nature itself was trying to send a cryptic message.
And the moon is up here.
Ocean monster. Naples, a place where people come from all over the world, especially to see the ocean. Some visitors spotted something truly strange. For just a few seconds, the back of an unknown creature emerged from the water. It didn't match any known marine life, looking more like a hidden sea monster silently lurking beneath the waves. After that brief glimpse, the creature disappeared and was never seen again, leaving witnesses puzzled and no one able to confirm exactly what had been in the ocean that day. Robot rampage. A humanoid robot went totally rogue in a factory, and the footage is jaw-dropping. Suspended from a crane, it started flailing its limbs violently, knocking over monitors and sending workers scrambling. One quick-thinking worker managed to pull the crane and stop the chaos, but for a few terrifying seconds, it looked unstoppable. Watching it feels like a real-life sci-fi movie, a glimpse of what could happen if machines gained too much freedom. Frozen horses. On a rainy afternoon, a woman stepped outside to check on her horses and was stunned at the sight. They weren't moving at all, completely motionless, like lifeless statues. For a moment, it felt like a glitch in the Matrix. Nothing else could explain it. The eerie silence and stillness left her questioning reality itself. Had time paused for the horses, or was something strange silently at work in the pasture that day? Ocean mystery. A woman in Chile named Liliana captured something utterly strange on camera. In the footage, mysterious figures glide through the ocean, moving in unison. Some think it's just a pod of whales, but others are convinced the shapes look human-like, almost like mermaids or mythical sirens. Their movements are fluid, almost purposeful, making the scene both mesmerizing and eerie. Responding plants.
Lower, lower, and come and move closer to my voice, please.
Some people talk to plants, but this woman takes it further. She truly believes trees can hear and understand her. Speaking as if they were alive, she asked one tree to touch her. To everyone's surprise, a branch slowly moved and reached out, gently making contact. The moment was so surreal, it felt like the tree had a mind of its own.
Can you come closer and move closer to my voice? Closer, closer, closer. Thank you.
Levitating woman. A woman was entering her home when something unusual happened. She began to levitate in the air. It wasn't under her control. It just happened on its own. Shocked, she later shared the footage online, and viewers were stunned. Opinions poured in. Some believed an unseen force caused it, while others thought it was a paranormal occurrence. Whatever the truth, it was as if the house itself had something to show. Unidentified UAP. Over a U.S. military base in Iraq, observers were stunned when a glowing, jellyfish-like object appeared in the sky. It floated silently, its translucent form pulsing as it drifted gracefully above the base. Witnesses watched in disbelief as it glided effortlessly before vanishing without a trace. The unusual movement and eerie glow left everyone questioning what they had seen. Was it advanced military tech, an experimental drone, or something entirely unknown? Strange catch. A fisherman caught a bizarre fish that at first looked like a smooth frogfish, but it was anything but ordinary. Its body was eerie, with a surprisingly huge head, giving it an unsettling appearance. He placed it on the side of his boat, yet it didn't move at all, as if it wasn't really a fish. After a moment, he decided to release it back into the water, perhaps the only safe choice. Satanic book. We often see magical, spooky books in movies and novels, but this time, a real one was discovered. From cover to cover, everything about it is eerie, almost like a book of dark, forbidden secrets. Its language is unrecognizable, hinting it could be hundreds of years old. Nobody knows what exactly it says, or what powers it might hold. Whatever the truth, the book exudes an unsettling presence, and some say only time will reveal the dangerous secrets hidden within its pages. Haunted cycle. In the middle of an empty road, a man noticed a baby cycle, and then it moved on its own. It rolled forward smoothly, as if an unseen child were riding it. He stood frozen, unable to explain what he was witnessing. The eerie motion suggested something supernatural, like a tiny ghost playing tricks. Whatever it was, the self-moving cycle left an unsettling impression that stayed long after it disappeared. Levitating dolls. While exploring a remote area in Africa, a tourist stumbled upon a bizarre scene that froze him in place. Huge, human-sized dolls were levitating in the air, without any support, while people waved their hands and cast spells. Nobody touched the dolls, yet they floated perfectly. The sight left him in total disbelief, questioning reality itself. Whatever power was at work, it turned his trip into an unforgettable, eerie experience he would never forget. Alien artifact. Egyptian archaeologists made a discovery that shook their beliefs. A strange slate etched with an alien-like artifact. Alongside it were objects resembling a wristwatch and a ring, all carefully placed. The arrangement seemed deliberate, pointing in one direction, hinting at something extraordinary. Feels like the aliens left a follow me sign, or maybe the Egyptians were just stellar decorators showing off their style. Rugby curse. It was an ordinary rugby match, but then something unusual appeared. In the crowd, a strange woman was seen holding a doll that looked exactly like one of the players. She seemed to be performing some sort of dark ritual over it. Moments later, the team's star player collapsed on the field, writhing in sudden pain with no visible injury, but enough to force him to leave the match. Many were confused, but whispers began spreading. And now, people wonder, what really happened that day on the rugby ground? Lizard Woman. During a routine White House press briefing, a woman stood out not for her questions, but for her presence. At first, she seemed normal, but for a second, her eyes were caught on camera, looking unusually strange. There was also this eerie, almost reptilian smile, like she wasn't fully human. Surprisingly, no one seemed to know her. The fact that a being like this could be inside the White House hints that there might be some higher-level secrets we're not supposed to see. Spooky spiders. In southern Australia, something truly creepy unfolded. Thousands upon thousands of spiders suddenly appeared, covering fields, trees, fences, and almost everything in sight. After the ground became too wet, the arachnids climbed upward, spinning giant sheets of silk that made the landscape look like a ghostly web-covered world. It was both fascinating and unsettling, as if nature had flipped a switch and turned the countryside into a living spider kingdom. One look at it, and you'd agree it feels straight out of a horror movie. Strange light.
This noon about that mysterious blue light in the sky overnight. We got a lot of emails and Facebook questions about this. It's kind of just seemed to hang over downtown for several hours.
Over downtown Des Moines, a strange glow appeared in the night sky, bright blue and impossible to miss. The light hovered for hours, leaving people pointing, filming, and wondering what on earth it could be. Some thought it was a trick of city lights, others guessed at reflections, but none of the explanations seemed to fully fit. It wasn't lightning, it wasn't fireworks, and it definitely wasn't normal. A glowing mystery like this makes you wonder, are we really seeing everything that's out there? Secret discovery. What was supposed to be a peaceful evening in the woods turned into something unforgettable. A man suddenly noticed a hole in the ground. At first, it looked like just another pit, nothing unusual, but a closer look revealed something far stranger. An underground passageway stretching deep into the earth. Driven by curiosity, he followed it, only to find hidden rooms carved beneath the ground. They were mostly empty, but the question remained, who built this secret place, and what purpose did it once serve? Possessed doll. This woman was holding a special doll, a gift from her father before he passed away. She says it reminds her of him and brings comfort. While recording a video with the doll, something strange happened. The doll's eyes mysteriously moved from left to right, all on its own. At first, she didn't notice, but later, when reviewing the footage, she realized something was very wrong. After that, she decided it might be best never to hold the doll close again.